Hello everyone, today we're going to learn about how to draw an animal cell, a plant cell, and a bacterial cell, which is a prokaryotic cell. So we'll start with drawing an animal cell. So every cell starts with a cell membrane, which is also called the plasma membrane. So inside the cell membrane, which encloses the cell, animal cell of course has the nucleus. We usually draw a nucleus in the circular shape. It's about 1/5 size of the actual cell would be great. And the reason I draw two layers is because nucleus is double membrane. So contains DNA, which controls the cell. And next to nucleus is the rough endoplasmic reticulum, or rough ER, which looks like this. So in this layer, where ribosomes are concentrated, this is the rough ER. And we also have ribosomes that are outside the rough ER. We usually draw it as these dots here. And another essential feature of animal cell is mitochondria, which produces the ATP for the cell. We will draw mitochondria like this. And we also have the Golgi body. I'm not sure if this is important in IGCSE, but Golgi body is similar to a rough ER, but it's more further from a nucleus, and it is responsible for protein modification and vesicle transport. So these are the main features you have to know for the animal cells. So I'll just label it. And now we'll move on to drawing a plant cell. So I'll pick palisade mesophyll cell because it's kind of like an exemplary, the most famous typical plant cell. So of course, like any other cell, plant cell will start with a cell membrane. But plant cell has an extra layer, which is the cell wall. The cell wall gives plant cell its tensile strength, but also prevents cell from bursting or shrinking so much by osmosis. So the outer layer is the cell wall, and it's made out of cellulose, so it'll be better to say cellulose cell wall. And inside it is the cell membrane. It also has nucleus like the animal cell. We'll draw a nucleus here. And interestingly, a plant cell has a large vacuole, unlike animal cell. This is an empty space here. And yeah, it's a single membrane organelle, which is responsible for maintaining the osmolarity and also acts as a storage. So like animal cell, it also has this ribosomes, rough ER, Golgi body, mitochondria, and it also has a chloroplast, which is responsible for photosynthesis. It's also a double membrane organelle, but to differentiate it with the nucleus, let's draw some visible features of chloroplast, which is called stromas. And this is how you draw a typical plant cell and a typical animal cell. Now we'll finally move on to draw a bacterial cell. So bacteria has a cell membrane, of course, like any other cell, bacterial cell has, and also has a cell wall. Notice that the cell wall is made with a different substance from the plant cell. It's made from peptidoglycan. So it's actually called the peptidoglycan cell wall. And prokaryotic cells don't have nucleus, so it just have the naked genetic material here. We can call it the naked DNA or the nucleoid. It's another name for it. And it does not have Golgi nor rough ER. It also don't have mitochondria because their metabolism happens on their cell wall. It also has ribosomes because they still need to produce proteins for use. A prokaryotic cell also usually has a tail, which is called a flagella. Flagella is used for locomotion along with pili, little fur-like things here, which is used for cellular communication and movement. And also has another genetic material called plasmid, which we will learn more when we move on to biotechnology chapter. It's a ring-like shaped, which has a genetic DNA in it. So this is how you draw a typical prokaryotic cell. And on a concluding note, if you were to distinguish between all three cells, prokaryotic cells don't have mitochondria, rough ER, Golgi body, nor nucleus. And to distinguish between an animal cell and a plant cell has a large vacuole, chloroplast, and cell wall, which animal cells do not have. So that's it for how to draw cells in IGCSE. Thank you.